you so much for being here. You guys can clap if you want. Thanks. So tonight is very special for so many reasons. One being that it's the first time that we're performing for a live audience in many months. I guess you did one other thing like this, but yeah, so to be performing for a group of people, it's the first time since mid-March. So that's exciting. And then we're also streaming. So for everyone streaming, just so you know, we are safely social distanced on a lawn out in front of us with masks and everything. But we do have a little audience. So I just want to thank everyone for being here in person and for everyone that's tuning in online. It's so nice to be here and have a chance to perform for you. And also a special evening because I get to perform with my former voice and piano teacher, Chris Salerno. You can all give a round of applause for. She was my teacher. She's, like I said, but I should recognize her for way more than that. She's a wonderful performer, has made several records, is a great professor at some local schools and colleges here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we're streaming from. So that's an honor to get to perform with her. And another reason that it's a special night is because all the donations that are going to be received by this organization that we're performing for tonight are going to the Foundation for Black Women's Wellness in Madison, Wisconsin. So before we start, I just wanted to take a second. Yeah. So I wanted to take a second and read a little bit about them. So the Foundation for Black Women's Wellness was established in June of 2012 and is a Wisconsin-based nonprofit organization committed to mobilizing African American women to pursue and sustain mind, body, spirit wellness and to raise the visibility and support of Black women's health as a community and public health priority. So that's what they're all about, and they actually have a special initiative that's happening during COVID where they're taking donations that are going to be given out as grants to women who are often heads of household and primary breadwinners and need extra support. So anything that you donate tonight will go to them, and we have an exciting announcement that up to $100, it'll be triple matched. So every dollar you give is $3, and after that, double matched. So if you feel so inclined, it would be wonderful to have your support for them tonight. So we're going to start with a composition by the wonderful Billie Holiday. It's called Now or Never, and something else that's cool, and I keep saying there's many things that are cool, this is another thing, is that we are performing all music that was composed by Black women. So we're doing that because we think this is a really important moment in the Black Lives Matter movement in our history, and so it's the artist's job to reflect what's going on, and so we want to shine a spotlight on their writing, because we know a lot of wonderful vocalists, but not as often are they recognized as composers. So this is Billie Holiday's tune, Now or Never.
Hey there, Daddy, make up your mind, 'cause I've been waiting such a long, long time. Now, baby, or never, 'cause I've been so good to you. Now, baby, or never, 'cause I've been so lonesome too. Now, baby, or never, if I mean anything to you. Now, baby, or never, 'cause you wasted so much time. Now, baby, or never, 'cause you can't make up your mind. Now, baby, or never, and it ain't no fault of mine. It's gotta be yes or no. It's either you stay or go. You can't leave me on the shelf. You gotta commit yourself. It's either you will, baby, or won't fall in love with me. You can't make up your mind now, baby, or never, and it ain't no fault of mine. I waited last night for you to call. You give me no consideration at all. It's now, baby, or never, 'cause you wasted so much time. Now, baby, or never, and you must make up your mind. Now, 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 baby, or never. If I mean anything to you, it's gotta be yes or no. It's either you stay or go. You can't leave me on the shelf. You gotta commit yourself. It's either you will, baby, or won't. You do, baby, or don't. Either you will, baby, or won't fall in love with me.
Thank you so much. That was Chris Salerno on the keys. So I wanted to give a little bit of history and background on some of this music and some of the people that I'm going to be talking about. So that was by Billie Holiday, like I said. A lot of people know that Billie Holiday had a really hard life. So I don't really want to talk about that right now. I want to honor her for the great musician that she was and the amazing contribution that she had to jazz. She was born in Philadelphia and then spent time in Baltimore with family and then moved to Harlem with her mom when she was a teenager. And she started working in clubs singing when she was like 15. And pretty much right away, people recognized how special what she was doing was. She was really heavily influenced by Louis Armstrong and Bessie Smith. And people say that she took a lot of her phrasing from Louis Armstrong and filtered it through her. And she made something that was so special that literally every single person we're going to hear from tonight says they were influenced by her. So that's pretty amazing. She made an amazing contribution. She mostly sang the music of other people, but she also did write some of her own music, obviously. Like that song she wrote and co-wrote. And she was also a vocal supporter or champion for racial justice. And she was identified by the FBI for speaking out, and so that's why they were after her so often, and they used drugs as an excuse. But really, it was because that she was speaking out for what's right. So she was an amazing person, an amazing contributor. So I think we'll continue with the great Abby Lincoln. They're all great, so I can keep saying the great. We'll play 2 songs by her. I'll talk about her in the middle, I think. Let's play Bird Alone. So hot. You guys, you doing okay? Wearing your masks?
Bird alone, flying high, flying through a clouded sky, sending mournful, soulful sounds, soaring over troubled ground. Bird alone, with no mate, turning corners, tempting fate, flying circles in the air. Are you on your way somewhere? Glide flying way up there so high. Wonder what's your story? Bird alone, flying low over where the grasses grow, singing low and out of sight. You'll be singing in the night. Gliding, soaring on the wind, you're a sight of glory, flying way up there so high. Wonder what's your story? Bird alone, flying low over where the grasses grow, swinging low, then out of sight. You'll be singing in the
Thank you so much. So Abby Lincoln was known not only for her songwriting, but also for her amazing lyrics, which she actually studied a lot. Songwriters study lyric writing to varying degrees. As someone who hasn't really studied it, I'm very impressed by the care that she took for every single word. Some of her proteges talked about how she would get mad if they said cloudy sky instead of clouded sky, because she knew that it meant something different. It was important. So that was one thing that was really special about her. She was also a great actress. Abby Lincoln was an actress too. And one of her first gigs was starring in a movie. And she became very known and started living the glamorous life right away. And she decided that's not what she wanted. That's not who she wanted to be. And she wanted to sing about things of substance. So she started, she took part in the civil rights movement, first by singing with Max Roach on their Freedom Now suite. And then as she gained her confidence as a songwriter, mostly in the 70s, she started writing her own music, and it was a lot of protest music. And because of that, she wasn't as popular at the time as she could have been, because that wasn't what everybody wanted to hear or how they wanted her to be. But it was really important for her to be herself. And that's why she's such an iconic artist that we're still talking about and listening to today. And I was going to say, while I was preparing for this concert, I was thinking, like, can this just be a listening session? Can I just play the recordings for them? So one thing I want to encourage everyone to do is afterward, go find these people, and if you don't already know their music, and check them out and enjoy the amazing stuff they made. But for now, we're going to play it. So this next tune is by Abby Lincoln. It's called "The World Is Falling Down," and you may relate to it at this moment in time.
There are some folks I used to know who used to smile and say hello and spin the world and turn the stage, entertaining from the stage. But Father Time, forever true, loves its own, and me and you disappear just like the sun when the day the world is falling down. Hold my hand. It's a lonely sound. Hold my hand. We'll follow the breeze and go like the wind and look for a place where the willows bend. The world is falling down. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. That look, summer's gone and winter's here. We had a lot of rain last year. The news is really very sad. The time is late, the fruit is bad. But mornings come and roosters crow. But people have no place to go and disappear just like the sun when the day is done. The world is falling down. Hold my hand. It's a lonely sound. Hold my hand. We'll follow the sun and live for the day and look for a place where the children play. The world is falling down. Hold my hand. 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 Hold my hand.
Thank you. That was by Abby Lincoln. So if you're just joining us on live streaming, or if you came since the beginning, I want to say again that tonight, all the donations that are made through this concert series, which is called Lattice Concerts, are going to go straight to the Foundation for Black Women's Wellness in Madison, Wisconsin. And if anyone here also, if you guys want to donate too, I can give you the Venmo and the PayPal afterwards. And on live streaming, I know Carly, our wonderful commenter, is giving you those links. So hope you'll at least check them out. A wonderful organization supporting women. So we're going to continue now with, let's go to Betty Carter. So Betty Carter was born around the same time as Abby Lincoln. I think they're like a year apart. And she's one that I have been really in love with as a jazz singer, like since undergrad. When I first discovered her, she really showed me the possibilities for what a jazz composer and band leader could be. She's not only a consummate singer and improviser, she wrote some of the most imaginative compositions and arrangements ever heard. She was completely revolutionary, and everything that she did was unusual. And again, similar to Abby at the time, but for different reasons. Like in the 60s, she was getting pushed into doing pop and rock, and she basically just said, like, I'm not doing that, that's not who I am. And she started her own record label, her independent record label called Bet Carr Productions. And at the time, it was really unusual. Now, like, jazz musicians start their own labels, like, fairly often, but at the time, she was, like, one of the only people that did that. And she recorded a bunch of wonderful records on her own label, and then later in life, like after 20 years of that, she was signed, I believe, with Verve, I have to check again, and re-released all of her stuff. So it was such a great lesson in, like, perseverance and believing in yourself and in your artistic vision. You know, she was getting older and falling out of popularity, and so instead of saying, like, I'm done, she did her own thing, and then everybody came back around. And now, again, she's recognized as one of the greatest jazz singers of all time. So we're going to play a couple of her tunes. Let's do Tight. So this is, she actually did a few different recordings of Tight, but her song that we're going to play. But this one comes from The Audience with Betty Carter. If you're going to listen to any Betty Carter albums, listen to that one. It's just the best. And here we go.
I don't know where my man is. Where can he be? What is he doing? I've been searching and looking all over town. He can be found. I'm on the loose, and I don't dig it. Take my advice. If you find a man, girl, hold on tight. Don't let him, don't let him, don't let him, don't let him. Hold on to him tight. don't let him, don't let him, don't let him. Hold on to him tight, don't let him, don't. Hold on to him tight, don't let him go. Don't let him go, hold on to him tight.
Thank you. How you guys feeling out there? We got one woo, some greats. Okay, awesome. How about out there? So Chris Salerno, everyone. Isn't she awesome? Yay! Also, first chance to collaborate with another musician in many months, I must say. Doing a lot of self-accompanying, but I prefer just to sing. Let's do the second Betty Carter tune on our list. This is also a Betty composition called Fake, and it's from the same album, The Audience with Betty Carter.
I tried to make like it didn't happen, but it did. I tried to put on my best fool, but it wasn't working. I tried to fake him out, not let him know what I was feeling, but he knew. He knew. I tried to run, and suddenly he was kissing me. But still I played that push away game, and I said, would you please stop? And hoping all the while that he'd pay me no mind. And just as though he knew my very thought, he went and smiled. That did it. Honey, I became. No longer will I pretend that I don't want his love. Still I played that push away game, and I said, would you please stop? And hoping all the while that he'd pay me no mind. And just as though he knew my very thought, he went and smiled. That did it. Honey, I became. that I don't want, that I don't want his love, his love.
It's warm. Thank you so much. I'm just curious, has anybody heard any of these songs before? Yeah? Other than my parents, I've played some of these for them. Got a few out there, good. A lot of these were new to me too, but such amazing compositions. I wanted to read a little bit more about the Foundation for Black Women's Wellness that I mentioned earlier, so I'm going to keep repeating this because we have different people tuning in on our live stream. All the donations that come in tonight to Lattice Concerts are going to this foundation based in Madison, Wisconsin, and they're going to be double or triple matched, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going to read a little bit about what they said. Here we go. The COVID-19 pandemic has deepened existing needs, gaps, and inequities within the African American community, and specifically among Black women, who are disproportionately heads of household, primary or sole breadwinners and leaders and caregivers of multi-generational households and family systems that include both children and elderly family members. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services COVID-19 data indicates that there is a disturbingly disproportionate number of COVID-19 cases and deaths within the Black community. As of April 12th, the Black community, which is 7% of the population in the state of Wisconsin, accounts for 26% of COVID cases and 42% of COVID deaths. These startling statistics reflect the pattern of persistent and unmitigated disparities in the living, working, and health conditions of African Americans across Wisconsin. So this organization is working daily to eliminate and drive greater accountability, equity, and effectiveness in current COVID-19 emergency response efforts, testing, treatment, and recovery efforts, while directly supporting women to maintain and sustain personal and family well-being. So this organization is incredibly important all the time, but especially right now as they are standing up for their community and doing things for them that they seriously, desperately need. So I hope you'll check them out. Wonderful. Yeah, let's give a round of applause for the Foundation for Black Women's Wellness. Yes, a wonderful group. Okay, so we have a couple more songs for you. We're going to continue with a song by Nina Simone. So, as I mentioned, all the singers were really influenced by Billie Holiday, and Nina Simone also being one of those. But Nina first was a pianist. She grew up? I believe she grew up, She grew up in Michigan. Yes, there we go. And she moved to Philadelphia in hopes of attending the Curtis Institute. It's a very prestigious conservatory of music. As a pianist, she wanted to be a concert pianist, and she had studied piano growing up. She was a young prodigy, and she wasn't accepted. And her whole life believed it was because she was Black. And then I just read today, this is really devastating, but not devastating, but poignant. 2 days before her death, she found out that they gave her an honorary doctorate. So they should have let her in, and she would have been an amazing concert pianist. But instead, she ended up revolutionizing jazz singing and piano playing. She took her classical training and her gospel and country type roots and brought it to jazz. She actually started singing just to make money. She really wasn't trying to be a singer, but she was so good that she started playing at supper clubs in New Jersey, and immediately she got recognized for being amazing and was given record deals and had a long career writing a lot of great protest music. And she was similar to Abby Lincoln in that, her insistence on standing up for racial injustice kind of affected her career negatively, though of course, again, we look back and honor everything that she did and as an amazing composer and contributor to the art and the cause. So we're going to play one of her songs that is not a protest song. It's called For a While, and here we go. Up there?
lost from day to day. Turned out another way, with a laugh, a kind hello, some small talk with those I know. I forget I'm not over you for a while. I forget I'm not over you for a while. A weak and easy grin, a smile to put them in, with other lives to listen to, and some music I've got to do. I forget I'm not over you for a while. I forget I'm not over you for a while. Days go by with no empty feeling, until I remember that you've gone. People say to me, you need some company. When you have some time to spend, drop around. When you need a friend, they forget I'm not
little emotional there. Sorry, I'm just gonna take a drink of water. Okay, so we have a few more. Let's do, so this is a departure. Pretty much everything on this list except for two are jazz tunes. This one is not. It's by Shaka Khan, and she co-wrote it with Bruce Hornsby, who you might know the playing of from I Can't Make You Love Me. He's really famous for his piano player. But they wrote this together, and apparently she was staying at his house, and they were doing like a project, and he like sent over the tune, and she loved it, and she just floored how beautiful it was. And she said that the emotion of the music spoke to her so deeply that she immediately wrote the lyrics, like in the matter of a couple of hours, fit them in perfectly, and they're great. So Shaka Khan is another amazing artist that started out working with another band called Rufus, who, if you haven't heard of them, you know the songs that they became famous for doing, which now have left my mind, but I will tell you later. Yeah, tell me something good. Duh. Tell me something good. There we go. Sorry, a lot to think about. And then she struck out on her own and had an amazing long solo career. And another person that was completely her own artist, while she had other people writing for her, I read some interviews from her, and she said, when I'm in the studio, I produce my own vocals, meaning like I'm the one who decides what the right take is, how things need to be done, and she said, and I'm always right, you know. if somebody else wants me to try it a different way, I will, but I'm always right. And it's true, she was just an incredible talent. So this is just one of the songs that I have been really influenced by lately, and happened to fit in with this category, actually, and it was great to have a chance to sing it. So this is Love Me Still.
Here is my hand for you to hold. Here's the part of me they have not sold. I've wandered far, I've had my fill. I need you now, do you love me still? Only you have seen the hidden part of me. Call me foolhardy if you will. I loved you when, do you love me still? So many smiles and lies surround me, empty expectations, faceless fears. Sometimes this life is a bitter pill. I love you now, do you love me still?
Thank you so much. Love Shaka Khan. Please go listen to that. It is such a beautiful, beautiful recording. So, 2 more. You guys up for 2 more? Okay. I'm glad. Great. What'd you say? I missed it. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm great. This is my favorite thing to do, if you didn't know. So I have to say how wonderful it feels to be singing and singing with my amazing mentor, Chris Salerno. Let's give her another round of applause. Yeah. I owe this lady a lot. I really do. She really introduced me to jazz in a serious way. And she directed me to go to where I went to school for music. And she set down my whole path. And so, yeah, I really owe you a lot. You're amazing. Yeah, distance hugs. Okay, so we're going to play a song by Cassandra Wilson. Cassandra Wilson was born around the same time as Shaka Khan, the mid-50s. And Cassandra grew up in a musical family, and she started playing guitar by ear when she was really young and writing songs. So that was always a thing that she did. She went to college for something non-musical and then moved to New Orleans for her first job, where she met Ellis Marsalis, a great jazz musician, and he directed her to move to New York and pursue a career in jazz. So she was just kind of like singing on the side, doing little restaurant gigs, and she was sure that wasn't going to be her career path, but she was so amazing that people pushed her into it, and she's had a long, amazing career of really forging her way. She started out with the group M Unit, which was a collective in Brooklyn, and then she did more standardy stuff on her own, and then she started, again, writing her own music and really letting her own style come through. And she ended up bringing like her folk and country and blues and pop background to her music, and this is one of her songs, Until, which really reflects all of that. So.
Change your mind, unravel the mystery that confines us. Silence is hiding the pain, but deep in your soul, you must know. Chance and let our spirits flow. Love is an elusive thing. Into every heart it sings. Whatever it takes to make it right, no matter how hard. It's true, I want the sweetness in life with you until this life is through. Such a bizarre twist of fate, that something so simple still escapes us, while anger and pride cloud your eyes. This is a vision for two. there's no one else to tell my deepest secrets to. I don't want to live alone, 'cause it would be a lonely song. Whatever it takes to make it right, no matter how hard, I will fight for you. I swear that it's true. I want the sweetness in life with you until this life is through. I want the sweetness in life until.
Thank you. All right, so we've come to our last tune. I want to take a moment and say some thank yous. First to Lattice Concert Series. That's the series that's putting on this concert, the live streamed version. This concert series has been going on for the whole pandemic. They've been doing concerts almost every single night. It's run by one of my good friends and great musicians, Elsa Nilsson. And she deserves a lot of credit for putting on, I think it's over 80 concerts that she's done during this time. It's been a real source of joy and, I don't know, feeding of spirits for musicians during this time. And it's cool to do this in front of people, like this wonderful audience, to also do live streams. So thank you all for being here in person. You can give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause. And I also want to thank Chris Salerno for playing and for hosting us. So give her another round of applause. And Chris's son, Frankie Salerno, has been behind the scenes, you saw, helping us with sound and the visual. So usually this has just been me on my laptop playing piano. So this is very high tech compared to what it's been. So everyone online is getting really good sound quality and good video, so that's pretty cool too. And then, yeah. And then I also just want to again recognize the Foundation for Black Women's Wellness, and that everything tonight, all donations are going straight to them. And we can give them a round of applause too, why not? Because they're wonderful, and I hope they're watching. And I hope I get to get in touch with them because they seem really great. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed all of this music and that you'll go and check out people if you want to talk to me afterward and be like, what was that one song? You know, I'll tell you or give you a set list. Because they're just really amazing artists worth checking out. Of course, they're already really famous. I mean, they're great composers too, and now you know that, so that's good. This last tune that we're going to play is by Lauryn Hill. And Lauryn Hill is amazing, as probably most of us know here. She was born in 1975, and she started nope, that wasn't her. That was Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan started a girl group when she was in high school. Lauryn Hill was in, flew out of my head, Sister Act. Lauryn Hill was in Sister Act in high school, and she was also approached by Wyclef Jean in high school, imagine that, to join the Fugees, who she worked with for about 5 years and won a couple Grammys. And then she worked out on her own and made what people arguably is the best hip-hop album of all time, one of the best, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, in 1998, and she won 5 Grammys for that one album, her first debut, her only solo album to date. So it's a pretty amazing album, and you should all check it out if you don't already know it. So this is one of the songs from that album called X Factor, and that's it for the evening after that. Let's do it. Okay. Got it. Okay, sounds good. That's it.
It could all be so simple but you'd rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle, and we both end up with scars. Tell me who I have to be to get some reciprocity. See, no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will. No matter how I think we grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working. No, it ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. This is crazy. I keep letting you back in. How can I explain myself? As painful as this thing has been, I just can't be with no one else. See, I know what we've got to do. You let go, and I'll let go too. No one's hurt me more than you, and no one ever will. No matter how I think we grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working. It ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy, crazy. It's crazy. Care for me, care for me. I know you care for me, there for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, cry for me, cry for me. Said you'd die for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me, care for me? You said you care for me, there for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, cry for me, cry for me. You said you'd cry for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live? Cry. You said you'd die. I know you care. You said you'd be
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. It's really an honor to sing for you. I hope you had fun, and stick around and chat distance afterwards. And thank you to Lattice. Thank you to Chris Salerno. Have a great night.